Hey guys, what's up? I know it's been a while. I'm bringing it to you hot right now because we are going prime time and we are going grind time, and we're going to grind right now because I got a lot of stuff that I want to tell you. And the topic of today is destination versus relationships or human interaction. And here's the problem that I'm starting to see with a lot of people nowadays. I'm starting to see a lot of people basically get focused on the destination and they forget about the relationship and the human interaction to get there. It's a slippery slope and it can cause you lots of trouble if you're not aware of it and you're moving forward. And what do I mean by all of this stuff? Well, let me explain to you. As I've sat back and I've watched some people, not just in my industry, but in industries all over the world, and successful entrepreneurs and certain things, and CEOs, whatever you want to call it, these people basically drive and grind, right? And they drive and they lose focus of what's most important. And what's most important as you grow your business and as you do life is the relationships of those around you. And so the problem is, I think a lot of times we can get so laser focused on what our goals are and where we want to end up and where we want to be that we lose focus on the relationships and those around us. And so that's what I wanted to talk to you guys tonight about, and I wanted to challenge you guys, inspire you, encourage you a little bit as we kind of talk about those things, because it's a real thing and it happens a lot. And what I mean is, I want you to evaluate, first of all, one, do you have goals? Do you have goals when it comes to your health? Do you have goals when it comes to your marriage? Do you have goals when it comes to your job and where you want to end up and how much you want to make, how you're going to get there? As you think about and as you break down those things, first of all, if you don't have goals with any of those things, you need to get goals and you need to do that. So that's the first step. The second step is you need to reevaluate. How are you doing in those areas? How are you doing when it comes to your marriage? How are you doing when it comes to your kids? How are you doing when it comes to your business? And how are you doing as it comes to your family and the friends around you? What do those look like? What do those relationships, those friendships look like right now? Are some in turmoil? Do some need to go to rehab? Whatever it is, you need to focus on some of those things, because whether or not you realize it, the relationships in your life will determine where you end up, right? I don't know if a lot of you can agree with me on this, but I can, in my opinion, and as I evaluate my life and as I evaluate where I'm going, I have to evaluate on a daily basis where I am at in certain areas of my life. And one of those areas, for example, for me is my marriage. Where am I at in my marriage? Am I failing in certain areas? Do I need to improve in certain areas? What do I need to do in certain areas to basically improve or help out? When it comes to my kids, am I home enough? Am I spending time enough around them to basically be that fatherly figure and that example that they need in their lives as they grow older? So that's the next thing to evaluate. And then the other thing is, obviously, in our friendships and in our family relationships and in our lives and in our business, is what do those relationships look like? Are there areas of improvement that need to take place? Are there relationships or friendships that you've neglected because you've been laser focused on your goals and where you want to end up? And basically my challenge for you guys is this, in this prime time, grind time, is to do not neglect those goals and do not neglect those people in your life, because most of us can relate and say that I wouldn't be where I'm at today if it weren't for so-and-so, right? Or if it weren't for these people to encourage me, to surround me, and to push me and to get me where I'm going. So again, take some time, evaluate those relationships. Are there things in your life, relationships specifically, friendships specifically, that you've neglected because you've thought about something that might be bigger, which is your goals or whatever you want to end up going with? If that is the case, take some time to reevaluate that, change it. And I promise you, it will actually spur you on and get you closer to your goals and help you overcome those goals if you have healthy relationships in your life. So do not neglect those relationships. Do not neglect those friendships, and realize that those are the types of things that are going to help you become successful. Surrounding yourself with those people that give you that encouragement, that inspire you, that challenge you, that get you to the next step. Without them, you will be nothing, and you will eventually get to a place where maybe you've reached every single one of your goals, business-wise, health-wise, whatever-wise, but then you realize it came with an expense, and that expense might be your family, your marriage, or even the people that you do business with. And so I don't want that to happen to you guys. I want you to take the time to reassess, where are you at, what can you improve on, and how can you get yourself surrounded with those people to help you get to where you're going and to share those goals with them. So that is my prime time and my grind time. Get after it. Love you guys. We'll talk to you soon.